Okay, this is just a quick video to show you all how I did my sublimation cup. This is the image that I'm using. I printed it 9.5 inches wide by 8 inches long, and I did go ahead and already cut the excess paper from the image. So now I'm just sitting the cup on the image to try to line it up, make sure that it's, even at the top, even at the bottom. And I'm going to just put some heat tape to hold this image in place. The previous cup that I did use the masking tape method. The cup came out perfect. But taking the tape off, and once the image was off, there were parts of the cup that was kind of sticky, had residue on it. I'm assuming it was from the masking tape, so I just chose to not use that method this go around and see how it would turn out. I also meant to buy shrink wrap and try that method, but since I forgot it, I didn't use it, and looks like I won't need it, so I probably won't buy any shrink wrap. But so here I'm just putting on the first piece of tape. I take 3 pieces, 4, however many I need to put along down the seam of the cup, and then once I have all of those pieces in place, then I added the additional pieces around the top of the cup, as you can see here, and around the bottom of the cup. That is the bottom of the cup, and here's the top and the inside. After I taped it up, before I put it in the oven, I actually did add another piece around the bottom just to make sure that it was secure enough to not come apart while it was baking in the oven. I'm not sure why this part of the video is a little bit more blurry, but this is the oven that I use. It is a Farberware convection oven. It's got numerous options as far as bake, toast, roast, pizza. I don't know, there's like 8 or 9 different options. On my oven, the bake option with convection makes the bottom burners come on, and the roast option with convection makes the top burners come on. I personally use the roast option because those burners are a little bit further away from the cup as I lay my cup down in this oven, even though it's tall enough for me to stand the cup up. I probably will try the next cup standing and just maybe turn it several times now that I've finally got my time and temperature method down. When I first started trying to make these cups, I burned up almost all of them because I did not have an oven thermometer, and my temperature in my oven was not what I thought it was. So I preheat my oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, and I set it to the roast option with convection on 450 degrees. I don't cook it at 450 degrees. Although it stays at 450, my oven thermometer reads about 350. So that's the actual temperature that I'm using, is 350 degrees. And I took it down from 6 minutes on the previous cup that I made to a total of 5 minutes now. And I think I'm going to stick with 350 for 5 minutes. I did rotate this cup twice after putting it in during those 5 minutes, just to make sure that, I don't know, it wasn't getting too much heat on one side. I didn't want it to burn in any particular spot, so I did rotate this cup twice after I put it in. I believe this is the first rotation. Alright, I kind of try to skip through some of the cooking portion. I believe this is the final time that I rotated the cup. The video is now a little bit more clear. I know you still can't see the time and temperature on the oven, but again, it is actual 350 degrees for a total of 5 minutes. My oven thermometer is there in the oven, bottom left side. It's reading 350, although my oven is set for 450 on roast with convection option. And so now at this point, the cup is done, out of the oven, cooked for 5 minutes, 350 degrees, roast option with convection on my oven. Yours may vary. They said that the cups, you can tell that they're finished when you can see your image through the paper, but I could already kind of see my image slightly through the paper before I even put it in the oven. But I felt that it would come out with a good image. So I'm going to go ahead and unwrap it here. The cups are pretty hot, so of course you need to have a glove on. Some people may even let it cool off. If you use shrink wrap, I've heard that if you let it cool with the shrink wrap, it's very difficult to get it off. So I don't know, if you use shrink wrap, you may not want to let it cool off. This last piece of tape did not want to cooperate. I had my scissors close by, so I just grabbed them and cut it. Don't have time to play, nor get burned. And here is the image. The cup looks good all around. There are no spots where it started to burn. Here is the back where the paper connected at the seam. Maybe as I work with it a little bit more, it would be seamless, but there is